here with the infamous Nely Galan.
Oh, thank you for saying that.
And you just gave, I think, a rousing keynote at the WOCAN annual luncheon. Thank you so much for that. I think in the promo material, they buried the lead a little bit, because you got up there and you told a little story about a company that some people might find familiar, Telemundo. Can you tell that story for a minute?
Well, I was the first woman, Latina, president of a TV network, Telemundo, and I was employee one.
Number one. The first person
of the first station of a station. You know,
yes.
Networks are many stations, and I was employee one of the first station, which was an amazing journey to be in an emerging business and an emerging market early. The same way that if you were in today's world, in the tech world or in the car world, very early and you're one of the first people, you do very well.
And you spoke a lot in there, a room full of women who are in the auto industry.
Yes.
And who are making it better, but also trying to make themselves better and looking for opportunity. What was your message to them?
Well, I really heard one of the women, Patrice, said to me that more women buy cars than men, that women are not really marketed to the same way that men are, which is an opportunity, right? Just like when I started Telemundo, nobody was marketing to Latinos, and then it became a multi-billion, trillion, it's like $3 trillion business. And so I did very well teaching Latinos how to watch Latino TV and advertisers how to reach Latinos that way. So the car business, I think, has a big upswing here if all these women realize that what they know about women can be taught to car companies about how to reach those women in a better way. As we know, women have like a limiting belief around car dealerships and cars.
What are some of those limiting beliefs?
I think we feel like we need to take a guy with us to negotiate, like we're gonna get screwed in the negotiation.
Right.
Like we don't know what car is right for us. Like when they ask us, do you want this extra and that extra? I mean, I feel like I've gone through this many times. I feel like I still need a guy to help me. And talking to these women, I realized, no, I need to learn this stuff myself.
Even you.
Even
right?
me.
Right, you have a lot of resources. You can get what you want.
I'm empowered.
Right, you're not shy.
Not shy at all.
But you still feel that way.
I still feel that way. The only thing that I've really mastered with the car thing is that because I'm, kind of a financial guru now, I learned about the tax laws and the tax incentives for cars. So I tend to only buy a car that I want in a year where there's a tax incentive for that car.
So do you own an EV?
I don't own EV, but I actually own in the other direction. I own a G550 from Mercedes that I got on the 6,000 pound car
you could write off
tax incentive that was meant for agriculture. So I found the loophole.
Will you get an EV? Do you think?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Why?
Well, because I think that an EV is the wave of the future. I think that we will all end up in that boat. And so I didn't want to maybe be first to market, but I definitely, that's one of the ways I'm going to go, yes.
Yeah, then the tax incentive may go away.
That's right, before the tax incentive goes away.
So let me ask you one more thing. You write books, and what was the last book you wrote? I just
wrote a book about what billionaires know about taxes.
Do you have a title for that yet, or is it in the works?
It's called What Billionaires Know About Taxes, How to Follow the Tax Code to Building Wealth.
So I think that's kind of a somewhat surprising topic when you mention it in the room from someone who's in the entertainment industry, you're an entrepreneur, you do real estate. Why did you write a book about tax code?
Because I think being in the entertainment business, what I learned how to do is communicate in a way that's understandable to people, that's fun. And I also, through my life, have really understood that in these businesses that you're in that are up and down, you have to be financially literate and start a parallel track where you invest money. And I talked about making money, saving money, investing money, so you can make money while you sleep. I then wrote a book about entrepreneurship and financial literacy, and I realized that the holy grail to ultimate wealth building is the tax code. And it was so perplexing to me that I had to learn it and then figure out how to teach it in a way that's snackable and that will be fun, so that people realize that the tax code, the taxes are not something to be afraid of, another limiting belief, but something to follow to build more wealth.
So the industry is full of a lot of men, a lot of male leadership, right? Legacy male industry. A lot of women are coming in, realizing it's a great place, a lot of opportunity, and we're seeing this turn of the tide where women, I think, are understanding there's a place for them in the industry. What would you say, not to the women, but what would you say to the men about this incoming influx of women who are more and more looking at the auto industry as a place that might be for them?
I think that if your number one customer is a woman and you don't have women really teaching you what women think, what are their issues, what are the problems you have to solve for women, you're missing your number one customer. And I think you might think that you have it anyway, but it's not true. And you're missing a greater opportunity to create leadership in women really understanding the car business and actually engaging in it more.
So you just made a business case for it.
Yeah. I don't think anything is, people don't do things because it's the right thing to do. I believe in capitalism. People do things if it makes them money. And I think that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
You know, I did very well building a business that made money for both Latinos and for companies that wanted to reach Latinos. I think that you have women that are interested in the car business. You have women that are uninformed about cars that are your number one customer. Hello, that's a business opportunity.
That is. Hey, we have a gift. Stay right there. All right, so we have to give you one of these.
I love it. I love it. So cool.
There we go. First edition. WOCAN, love people more than you love cars. Nely Galan, thank you so much for giving us some of your time.
So much.